Loneliness. It's something we all experience at some point in our lives. Whether you've just gone through a breakup, moved to a new city, or feel disconnected from the people around you, loneliness can hit hard. But what if I told you that loneliness doesn't have to be a negative thing? In fact, the Stoics had a powerful way of approaching loneliness that allowed them to turn it into a strength rather than a weakness. In this video, we're going to dive into how the Stoics dealt with loneliness and how their timeless wisdom can help you navigate those moments when you feel most alone. Let's get started. 1. Loneliness is part of the human condition. First, the Stoics acknowledge that loneliness is a natural part of being human. It's not something to be ashamed of or avoided at all costs. Instead of viewing loneliness as a flaw or something to fix, the Stoics accepted it as part of the human experience. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, often wrote about feeling isolated, even while surrounded by people. He said, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." In other words, instead of fearing loneliness, we can use it as an opportunity to connect with ourselves and find peace within. Stoicism teaches us that loneliness is inevitable, but how we respond to it is within our control. By reframing it as an opportunity for introspection, we begin to see loneliness in a new light. 2. Embrace solitude as a tool for growth. One of the key tenets of Stoicism is self-sufficiency, finding contentment within yourself rather than relying on others for happiness or fulfillment. The Stoics believed that solitude, rather than being something to avoid, was actually a powerful tool for personal growth. Example: Seneca, another famous Stoic, would often retreat into solitude to think, reflect, and develop his philosophical ideas. He saw time alone as a way to strengthen his mind and become more self-reliant. By embracing solitude, Seneca was able to grow mentally and emotionally. You can apply this Stoic approach by using periods of loneliness as times for self-improvement. Read, write, meditate, and learn to enjoy your own company. When you begin to use solitude productively, you no longer see it as a negative force, but as an opportunity for personal growth and self-discovery. 3. Focus on what you can control. The Stoics were all about focusing on what's within your control and letting go of what's not. This principle is incredibly helpful when dealing with loneliness. Sometimes, loneliness comes from situations beyond your control. Perhaps friends have moved away, or you're going through a life change that leaves you feeling isolated. In those moments, it's easy to spiral into self-pity or frustration. But the Stoics would remind us, you can't always control your circumstances, but you can control how you react to them. Example: instead of sitting with thoughts like, "Why does nobody reach out to me?" or "I wish I had more friends," ask yourself, what can I do right now to make the most of this time? Maybe you can pick up a new hobby, reconnect with old friends, or focus on improving yourself. When you focus on what you can control, loneliness becomes less overwhelming. 4. Loneliness is a teacher. Learn from it. Stoicism teaches us that every challenge we face is an opportunity to learn and grow, and loneliness is no exception. It forces you to sit with yourself, confront your thoughts, and gain clarity about your life. While uncomfortable, loneliness can reveal a lot about what you truly want from life and what changes you might need to make. Example: imagine you're feeling lonely after a breakup. Instead of dwelling on the loss, a Stoic would reflect on what the experience is teaching you. Maybe it's showing you areas of personal growth, or maybe it's highlighting the importance of forming deeper, more meaningful connections moving forward. Loneliness, when viewed through the Stoic lens, becomes a teacher, guiding you toward self-awareness and resilience. 5. Strengthen your connections with humanity. One interesting aspect of Stoicism is the belief that we're all connected through a shared human experience. The Stoics believed that while you might feel lonely in your current situation, you're never truly alone because we are all part of a larger human community. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on this idea writing, "We are all woven together, connected by a shared experience of life. In times of loneliness, it can be helpful to remind yourself of this interconnectedness. Reach out to others, offer help, or simply find ways to engage with your community, even in small ways." Stoicism teaches that by contributing to the greater good, you can combat feelings of isolation. 6. Practice gratitude, even in loneliness. Gratitude is a core Stoic practice, and it's especially powerful in moments of loneliness. When we focus on what we don't have, whether it's companionship, validation, or social interaction, it's easy to sink deeper into feelings of isolation, but gratitude shifts your perspective. Example: let's say you're spending the weekend alone and it's making you feel lonely. Instead of focusing on the fact that you're alone, a Stoic would encourage you to focus on what you do have. The freedom to use your time as you wish, the opportunity for self-reflection, or the simple pleasures in your life, like a quiet evening with a good book. By practicing gratitude, you turn loneliness into an opportunity to appreciate the aspects of life that are still good, despite your feelings of isolation. Conclusion. So how do Stoics deal with loneliness? They don't run from it or see it as something to fear. Instead, they embrace it as part of the human condition and use it as an opportunity for personal growth, introspection, and self-reliance. Remember, loneliness is only as powerful as the meaning you give it. The Stoics would tell you to take this time to strengthen your mind, improve yourself, and find peace within. When you approach loneliness from a place of acceptance and gratitude, it becomes less of an enemy and more of an ally. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights on Stoicism, personal growth, and navigating life's challenges. Thanks for watching.